Hi, my name is Ghoul and I'm the second entry for Rhythm, but what you don't know about me is I'm the worst guitar player in all of OCE. I realised I was awful at guitar probably around the first time I got it. I ended up getting this old thing back when I first started high school, so I'll tell ya, this has seen some stuff. This was here when I started high school, this was here when I graduated high school, this is here for my Pro League debut. It's always been in the back right there, and it gets to witness firsthand just how bad I am. I was never very good at it, but I found out pretty much from the get-go that if I want to get good at this, it's going to take some time, and I do not have the patience. Sometimes I'll just bust it out and just pretend I can play. I can do Smoke on the Water, that's about it. Have I ever taken lessons? No, but I used to actually take drum lessons back when I was in high school. Not very good on those either. I feel like I could probably play the drums a bit better than guitar because it's just smashing stuff. I realised the irony of being on a team called Rhythm and being absolutely shocking with guitar and instruments. My teammates, Leb and my old teammate BB, absolutely fantastic guitar players. Leb likes to shred every single night we're in Discord. He's been trying to give me lessons and I just keep refusing. Do I want to be good at guitar? Look, brother, everyone wants to be good at something. Everyone wants to be good at music. I'd love to be good at this. I'd love to flex it, but unfortunately, that's just not me. I'm just not that guy. Which Siege operator would be the worst guitar player? I feel like they all might have some skill, but if I was going to leave it to one, I'd probably say Tachanka. I reckon his fingers and hands are just too burly for it. It takes skill, and look, these sausage fingers don't help.
I'm Nathaniel Williams, and I'm Fragger for Order. But what you don't know about me is I have an obsession for cars. Even when I was younger, I used to go to like drag races and stuff with my dad, and I love the racing part. I'll sit there and watch it, but I also love obsessing what car I would want and what I would do to them and stuff like that, like even older cars. I grew up watching my dad and my brother fix cars. That's basically a family tradition at this point. My current car is a 1991 Nissan 300ZX. I love it. Just everything about it, the aesthetic. It almost looks like an old Lamborghini, but it's not the price of an old Lamborghini. So the only issue with my car is obviously it's old and I'm constantly working on it. The biggest job I think I've done on my car is basically going from front to back and fixing every little problem. Like I'm pretty sure the only thing that hasn't been replaced is the actual core itself. I think that's why I like it. It's like a constant job, something new every month basically. My favorite operator is Vigil, and I think that he would drive a low spec Aston Martin, some undercover. My dream car would be a fully blacked out Mercedes-Benz AMG. It looks like a tank, pretty much. It's legal to drive, won't be getting in any trouble. I would describe myself as a good driver. Don't know if my mum would say so, but yeah, I'd say so. I've had a couple dodgy experiences in cars. I remember I was driving with a friend actually, and he just bought his new car. It's like you could feel the car wobbling, and he looks out to the right, and his right wheel wasn't connected to where it was supposed to be at all. If we didn't pull over, it would have been rolling down the street, and so would have we.
Let's hope that, like Nate, Order realise that there's a wheel somewhat missing from their car, because we do not want to see them continue to crash down this lane like they are. There's no way of... What are you... and about, mate? That is 100% fair to say. What are you... You know what? I don't even like you anymore. Vars, it's you and I for the pre-show. It's Rhythm and Order.
No, I appreciate your ones, Manik.
Yeah? You like that or no?
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah,
I'm always dying from your jokes.
Yeah, see, get lost, guys. We don't even need you for this. Rhythm and Order is the matchup that we've got for our final game of the Playday. And I do feel as though we are still not going to see the order that we want to see here, Vast.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we're, singing the same song every time we talk about these guys of recent. I would have hoped to see this is the game that they win, honestly. Even though Rhythm have been playing well, I just think they should really be able to turn this around.
Is it true? Is it true, guys? Sorry, I was just coughing and I had to mute my mic.
I was like, are you still there?
Yeah.
At least you muted your mic.
Yeah. we don't want the viewers to hear that. But I do... This roster has so much potential, guys. So much potential. And it's really crashed and burned here in Stage 3.
Yeah, you just described it perfectly. Order are just in this really rough patch of form. God.
Bailey, what are you doing? What?
I don't even have to talk. Bailey's the content, dude.
Why?
Is this like a POV? Wait, is he? No. Surely he
No,
hasn't strapped
there's
it to
no
his
way.
head and it's going to be like this the whole time. I think he has.
He has. Look at him. Yeah, he has. Look at him. Why? Oh God!
I want to get some. Can we get? Hopefully, okay. You know what I want to happen here is Bailey hits like a mad clip tonight, and we can replay it, but not replay the feed. Replay it from like the webcam POV. That is going to be the ultimate gaming moment if that happens.
Oh God, that is so cursed. Almost as cursed as what we've seen from Rhythm in Stage 3, which is just absolute madness. Let's go ahead and have
Looks
a
like the lobby's ready, so we should probably get along with this, lads.
let's get a kick on, should we? This vast, this roster, it really has come together here in Stage 3, and it looks like Dragos, is that, we're calling him Dragos, right? Dragos is a good addition to this roster.
Yeah, I mean, he had a pretty impressive performance against Wildcard, being his second game, you know, against a team like Wildcard. Quite impressive the way he was playing, you know, playing with a lot of confidence. I do think as well for Rhythm, it will be a good test today. Hopefully we don't see an Oregon from them, because I'm kind of thinking they only have a 2-map map pool, but I'd like to be proven wrong. I guess we'll find out in the videos.
Yeah, we certainly will be. What are you
Some
going to
curse
laugh
cams
at
going
now?
on tonight.
What is
this?
AFX doing? Mate, what is going on tonight? Hang on,
Where's
I'll tell you what,
Dragos?
if I rolled up to a Macca's and saw this bloke taking my order, I'd be a little bit scared for my life. That is cursed.
Nah.
Look, heading into this one for Rhythm, they actually do have something going for them in terms of the head-to-head. 1-for-1 against Order this year. They beat them on Oregon. They beat them on Oregon 8-6 in Stage 1 and then lost 2-7 in Stage 2. So maybe we'll see the best of 3 on Oregon this evening.
What is Dragos doing? What is going on tonight?
Must be a full moon or something.
I don't know.
It's got to
Honestly,
be. No, I know it's not a full moon tonight. I got a missus that tracks that stuff. It was a couple of days ago. Don't you worry about that.
Bubba told you it wasn't, did she?
Bubba told me it's not a full moon tonight, but it's certainly close to one. Let's have a look at the vetoes, and Vast, we'll go to you first as we start to roll these out. We got a Chalet. Oh yes, we are. Order and Rhythm. That's where we decide.
Yeah, pretty smart move from Order to just ban Oregon straight away. You know, as I said before, Rhythm kind of feel like they only have a 2-map map pool. For me, Villa was actually the other map that I thought they actually can play quite well. So I think what we saw them versus Bliss on Chalet, which, you know, they kind of had a bit of a comeback on that game and they looked kind of decent, but I just think there was still a lack of experience in the way they were playing Chalet. But, you know, I think the right step for this team is to broaden their map pool. And I think today's, you know, a good step, a good test to see if they have been working on that.
Does?
This is going to be scrappy, I think. Neither team's won Chalet this year. In fact, they've only played it 2 times combined, so once each, and both a loss. So I really don't know what to expect heading into this one. Chalet does have a pretty decently defined meta at this point, but yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a messy match, and should be a lot of fun for us to sit back and watch.
It might. Well, I mean, we've got to cast it, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Sit back and watch. But Vast, quick
job.
final thoughts as we get into this one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Rhythm are going to win the score. I don't know. I've been a bit hit and miss, I'll be honest. Yeah, I think it will be scrappy, like Guz said. I think probably OT, probably a 8-6 win for Rhythm, I'd say.
All right, well, let's get underway. Let's see whether Rhythm can continue their dominant form in Stage 3 or whether Order will finally bounce back. Chalet is where it's all decided.
I'll tell you what, composing myself during that pre-show was really hard with that Bailey webcam. Dude, my cheeks are already hurting. I just really want him to hit a clip and we get a replay from that POV because that's going to be nuts. But yeah, in terms of this matchup, pretty big. And one thing again to note that we haven't mentioned, now spec is upside down. I'm going to be serious here. One thing to mention, if you are a wildcard fan right now, you are getting on your knees and praying that Order win this match. I knew you were going to do that, Manny.
Why did you go to the
I'm done. I've already lost the plot. I told you. We did say this during like the first map or the second map. The Knights said they're going to go downhill, and we weren't wrong.
Well, it's the Thatcher and the Flores that are banned off first. And Lamai to follow. What will be the second defender ban?
So I just keep looking at Bailey's webcam, dude. This is the most cursing I've ever seen.
It's so
I don't know. It's
cursed.
also funny because you can see him on the second monitor as well. It's like he's wearing a VR headset.
Yeah, what's he doing? Like, does he have another? Like,
I don't know.
Is his laptop the webcam? Is that what he's doing? He's using his laptop as another webcam to show that the webcam on his head is him. Is that?
Oh
like,
yeah. That's I don't know. It's Bailey's world and we're living in it, I guess. In terms of bands, though, yeah, Thatcher and Flores, it was right, yeah. And then so a lot of util clear taken off the board. What might follow up, meaning Jaeger's going to be lent on by both teams on defense, basically a must pick, and yeah, Valk denying some of that info off the board. It does open up other operators though, Mirror available, and also your likes of Kaid, etc. So a lot of wall denial on the cards as well. So this matchup will probably lean itself into which team can be really effective in countering that Jaeger and dealing with any util burn.
Oh, hello, Bailey. Just wanted to progress on to the clash. Master and Office starting things off here, and there is just I 100% agree with your statement, by the way. Not that my opinion really matters that much to you, but this is just going to be utter chaos on this map, and I think the HP Omen community vote is favouring Order, while most of us are favouring Rhythm. It's a bit of an awkward one. I think Ducky is the only person on the panel desk, which is now, I think the prediction panel is like 8 people now, and only one has gone for Order.
Yeah, so definitely at odds with the community on this one, but it is a match I think that could really go either way. I found it quite tricky to predict the winner for this matchup, and yeah, would not be surprised if either team wins it, to be completely honest. I'm, like I said, just keen to sort of sit back, enjoy the ride, have a bit of fun, and see what we see inside of the server. Will there be much innovation? We haven't seen both of their teams play a whole lot of Chalet, so surely there is some stuff banked up, and I mean already the clash being brought out, not entirely new necessarily for Order, but it's not something you would typically see on Chalet. Quite aggressive, free-flowing, you often want 5 guns up, but they seem to be backing Bailey in to do his job.
Rhythm. Slow start, going to be sweeping across from Library, and with absolutely no thought of stopping them, Order are going to allow them to pretty much have at it and put the attention across to Solarium. Love that. I already mentioned it, but...
Yes.
You're so cursed, production. You're so cursed.
Oh, no. Oh.
We love it. We love it. It really is just Bailey's world, isn't it?
He needs to turn the brightness down on his monitor though. It was a little bit bright.
Not as bright as Order's future, and not as dim as it. Well, no, I'm saying that their future is bright. I'm saying it's a good thing, not a bad thing. Come on.
It's not something you often frame in a positive way.
True.
Electroclaw dealt with there, I believe, by the attack. Ghoul able to come across with an exothermic charge, pop that open, applying pressure now in towards Bailey at that half-wall position. And this is probably the best place for him to be posted up. Stronghold at the best of times with any operator, but with the shield in front of you, it makes it only stronger. And it'll be up to Rhythm to try and flush him out.
Rhythm really, like, quite methodical in their approach here. Not jumping the gun, not pushing too far forward. Look at this from Bailey, just going to show face nice and early on, try and force back anyone from Rhythm. And of course, he does have to be a little bit careful from Mez, but couldn't imagine that's going to be too much of an issue. They'll let him know that he's there. And so, backing away, it now makes things a little bit awkward for Rhythm, but Leb opening things up all the way down in the basement. Specker having no impact here.
Dragos with the double window cross. very powerful. Bailey needs to be careful that he doesn't walk too far back, and anyone inside a piano will have their position compromised. 20 seconds left, Rhythm with the man advantage.
Drago's now watching the hard line, but Nico gets away with one very quickly now. Holding the line! What is that, Nico? You should not be allowed to do that. Half wall now secured. The plant is going down, but it's been stopped. All of a sudden, trades from Order. They're absolutely dominating the round. Nico caught between a rock and a hard place. Bailey decides to peek, but they win the round on time. Rhythm, it's just steamrolled away from them.
What a play there from Nico on the castle. So many critical picks found. If even one of those goes the other way, I think the round would have had a very different outcome. Drago's again, powerful position on the rappel, shut down. We also saw that piano swing as well, traded back, and then Bailey supported there over towards the Mezbelk door was really, really critical. So incredibly well played there by Nico, and Order now with the early lead.
How long will it remain that way? Watch Order turn on. Watch Order light up the server. It's coming. And certainly worried because, you know, Rhythm for the past couple of playdays have been phenomenal, have really shown us their worth and shown us that they deserve to stay in OCN. And that was the big question mark coming into Stage 3. What is Rhythm going to be able to achieve? We all said absolutely nada, and the fact that they're continuing to kind of push the issue and the fact that this is where they deserve to be is fantastic. But don't want to take anything away from Order headed into this match. We all did predict that it was going to be Rhythm that took away, only because of where Order are at. Now, you know, when you consider how quickly these matches are going by, you know, condensed kind of Stage 3 for both APAC South and OCN. There's a lot of pressure on Order to continue to perform at the level that we know that they can. So this is really where they can start to kind of step up and step out into their own, especially against a team like Rhythm. This is the chance that they need to take.
Yeah, totally agree. Order need to try and find their way out of this slump that they find themselves in. And that does start here, and Rhythm, whilst they are finding themselves in decent form, are, again, still in my opinion, the weaker team heading into this matchup, despite, again, I did obviously predict them, and I think they're in better form, but Order at their best, I think, would outperform their opponents, but we are yet to really see that potential realized. Now, in terms of round number 2 here, Rhythm entering in towards that library side of the map. Quick drone ahead from Drex to spot out half wall, and ensure that office is clear. A strong presence above here from Order.
And it can be somewhat of a do or die situation for that top floor. The second you lose it, essentially Kitchen just becomes an absolute hotbox. There's not really many places you can hide that Rhythm won't be able to find you. So you know why they're hard sticking that top area. Bailey with the shield and Jack Daddy sitting back. They'll be able to play for their life's content, but again, the big question, the mark that's been left for Rhythm in that first round is timing, and that's not a great way to kickstart proceedings here. Jack Daddy finding Drex.
And that was a long angle as well, I think. So really well played there by Jack Daddy. TCSG finds the pick. And that's a good start for Order. Rhythm transitioning down below, looking to try and open up the dining wall. Nade there from Lev, doesn't hit the mark, tries to cook a second. You can see that Electro Claw on the right panel of the wall. A well-placed nade should clear that out.
Oh no.
Nah, fragment. Manages to find it. Big there from Leb. Ghoul can come across now with an exothermic charge and find that. Specker lurking down below means there's one less on site, but it is a threat that could be posed late in this round.
Seen how devastating this long line can be. All the way from Solarium Stairs, and it pretty much watches straight through to Fireplace Lobby, and it can really wreak havoc. Specker, that's what we expected last round. Now you're seeing the full effect of this line. Nico's holding the 1.5, will give him the brilliant range that he needs. Ghoul now starting to stick it. I love this with the smoke. Specker's been shut down. Rhythm might have this.
10 seconds left now. Nico getting aggressive. Diffuser has been stuck now. It's a retake, and it could be a tricky one at that. Ghoul finds one. Position now known. Nico needs to swing and does, but also shut down as well. The 5.56 just outputting so much damage. Jack Daddy out of nowhere, and the 1 versus 3 make it 2. Specker's down, can give calls, but he is now stuck permanently in the grave.
Yeah, this time's not going to be good. Oh my god, can he long arm this? Can
be
they get
on.
an angle on him? I don't think AFX can't find him. Leb, oh my god, okay. Whew. That was scary for a second there. I did not think that they were going to be able to find the line. Oh! There's
Composure.
a pixel in it. And a second or two in it as well. AFX, where'd you go? Whew.
Yeah, don't know. Can see his eyebrows.
The old, well, Leb, come on, mate. The old caterpillar. I meant to say caterpillars, you know, the eyebrows, the old caterpillars. That did not sound right.
I didn't know what you meant until you clarified,
Yeah,
so thanks for that.
So I'm very, very glad that you did laugh, because I would have just continued talking without really recognising
I tend
my
to laugh
mistake.
at about a lot of what you say. Just
don't-
often
I don't-
muted, so you
I
don't feel
don't-
bad. That round, though, really did turn on its head. It felt pretty close, as you said a couple of times. Those long angles were proving to be really potent. And as that round sort of played out, I was getting flashbacks, actually, to the last time Rhythm played this map. Just having a look at it. It was against Wildcard, and I do vividly... oh, no, sorry, it wasn't against Wildcard. It was against... no, that... Oh, wait, what? I think Dev's tracker might be busted because it's not showing the game. Oh no, it was Bliss. Yeah, actually, yeah, okay, now. I remember vividly when Rhythm were attacking this side against Bliss, it was super one-dimensional and they never contested above properly. And at that, I was getting echoes of that there. Yes, they opened up Office, but they didn't really put all that much heat up above. It did sort of work out though. Order, I guess, didn't play into that vert that they still had. I still think they had not very well in being able to deny that plant, instead focusing their efforts on long angles and getting in the site, dumping util, etc. So I don't know, they kind of got away with it a little bit there.
Yeah.
If we see a re-attempt, I expect Order to clean up that site quite a bit.
Yeah, I do love the use of, you know, the attacking teams using smokes and going in for plants and just the chaos that ensues, but I 100% agree. It's not something that's viable 2 rounds in a row, or at least you really hope that it's not. And now, even though Order were in prime position, 3v5, you're going to remember, what are you bloody giggling at?
It's another Chucky meme. I can't talk about this one on broadcast. It's not very appropriate, but he has clipped me out of context and done me dirty.
Oh, no.
Anyway, moving on. Clash still up above here for Bailey. Maybe we could get another Bailey cam here as he's looking to hold mezzanine at the main pillar. Jack Daddy aiding from down below. That is a Nico angle. Nico's definitely found that angle and shared that with the rest of the team, I have no doubt. Where is that even looking? Is that up to Office? Oh, he's stopping the wall from getting opened. Okay, that is crazy from Jack Daddy. Leb elsewhere, though, does get an aid on towards top library.
Now, can they continue to capitalise off this? Specker has either had the impact or been shut down earlier parts of the round. Nate with a really nice trade. Pachanka coming in disgustingly so as Nico fades away. Now needs to be careful if he has lost any of that control, but Jack Daddy from underneath is still just going to be as viable as ever. That's so gnarly, man. Leb does find a kill onto Nico though and makes it a little bit more difficult for Order.
Yeah, the problem is, though, that position for Jack Daddy is great in denying the wall, but Rhythm have got a lot done without even having to really worry about that. And now the 3 remaining order members are under quite a bit of pressure, forced to fall off these positions. Jack Daddy thinks about taking up above, but Leb gets his 3rd in the round. Can now start working Vert up above with 35 seconds left. This is Rhythm's round to lose.
Nate still in position to deny this, though. As I say that, he needs to do a little bit more than just the 1 kill, but Ghoul will catch him dropping from the heavens above. And Rhythm looking pretty decent, not gonna lie. First round, yeah. Second round, Third round, nice. So, Auto need to be very careful. Come on, man.
Nice.
Bit of professionalism about you, mate. Come on.
Whenever someone says nice, I just think of, you know what I'm thinking of. So
Nice what?
Nice attack. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's close enough. I would agree, though. Rhythm have really started to mount some momentum. But will we see that crush, right? Now we head back over towards second floor. Where Order might be able to tidy things up. They did win that round off the back of Nico's kind of heroic play. The setup actually for the execute from Rhythm was really quite strong. So we'll have to see if maybe they can disrupt that a little bit, find a pick or two early, or at least get a good read into how Rhythm are setting up and how they want to try and counter that a little bit more efficiently.
I'm not going to lie, I missed every single word of what you just said then. But yes, upstairs important, downstairs equally as important. Resident Sleeper caster and Order very much needing to tidy up what we saw. Dare say that will still be contested from Nico all the way through to the lobby. I am curious to see whether Rhythm can keep this pace up. They seem to be doing quite well in terms of those opening picks. But from there, it's kind of anyone's game. It is Order at the end of the day, and they can turn on a dime.
Finka being brought out here as well. Running flashbangs, not grenades. Not sure if that's a deliberate decision. Interesting if it is, as opposed to grenades. I guess they need someone to be able to sync util. I would have thought that Ghoul would be doing that. Maybe he's running smokes. No, he's running flashes, so I don't even know. I don't know why it's showing 9 flashes, because that's not possible. Ghoul has 3. So yeah, a bit of an interesting decision there in terms of util, and no doubt Rhythm have prepared for that. AFX with early entry in towards library, pretty uncontested, but this is going to be the choke point. Piano, 3 ADS devices, Bailey as well, staring them down with the clash. I don't suspect Rhythm will want to dump too much utility at this phase in the round to clear that. Maybe save it for a little bit later and do a better job in isolating these players where possible.
Guys, what impact is he going to have? What is he going to achieve? He has been relatively quiet to begin with here. And I mean, I guess it doesn't really mean much when you've got players like Leb doing what he's doing. Ghoul now opening up from Mez, and Bailey just being a little bit of a nuisance there. Oh, what? Jack Daddy.
Yeah, from deep as well, juggling that wall. That's really well played. I suspect it's been dealt with. Yeah, Ghoul able to get the second one off. So, I mean, it's not really much of an issue, just a bit of a time waster there. Well played by both teams, really, to adjust to the situation. And we now have a minute left on the board. Bailey once again in a great position to deny the entry, and Nate on the cross in Piano does pose a threat. Still has 3 smoke babes to work with. Rhythm need to try and destabilize this setup, find a pick or two here or there. Dragos could be in a critical engagement any second now.
Crosshair placement on an absolute dime here. All he needs to do is wait for Specker to peek this, and that'll be sent to the grave. 6 foot under. Dragos kind of feels like he's got the positioning here. Oh, he sees the shoulder. Love that cheeky little peek from Specker. A little shoulder shimmy. AFX finds the pick onto Jack Daddy. Now things start to open up for Rhythm a little bit more.
Nico prone inside of Piano could pose a threat. Does Leb have intel? That's the question. Has a nade, so he could flush him out. I don't think they know that Nico's in this spot.
This could be devastating. Oh, but they're just going to be able to plant behind half wall. They haven't been able to deny this. Order now are going to have to play for the post plan, although they've gone absolutely massive, and it's just Ghoul left.
Oh, Nico!
What? Blink and you miss it.
Oh, Nico is just insane. That is the second time now on that objective. He has popped off in the post plant once again, just swinging wide with the worst gun in the game, as the meme goes. That is just super well done. Specker elsewhere getting the job done too. Well done by Order. They are dismantling those post-plant positions from Rhythm, who've they themselves in the attack been doing a great job in establishing them, just unable to necessarily play off them as effectively as possible.
Now, this is a bit of game on our hands here. Good to see them bounce back, but yeah, moving forward to kitchen and dining now. It's I'm pretty unclear on who's really in control here, because that, as you've mentioned, twice in a row now they've been able to win that site on the back of Nico going absolutely massive on the swing. So I would say for the better part of it, Rhythm are doing really decently in the opening minute, 2 minutes to get what they need open and to put themselves in a position that could find them the round. In particular, that side just seems to be somewhat of a weakness when you got a man like Nico in the sticks. That's as simple as it can be sometimes.
Yeah, it is a little bit concerning though from Order if you do want to sort of play devil's advocate. Being only proficient on one side isn't going to serve you well. A 4-2 half on the or pardon me, a 2-4 half on the defense isn't going to be amazing. Yeah, it's shallow, so arguably a bit attacker-sided, but I wanted to see Order step up here. This is where they need to start proving themselves as one of the better teams in the region and show proficiency on more than one objective. Now, last time they played this, it wasn't a terrible performance with not clearing out above or applying as much pressure as they probably really needed to. So if Order can tidy that up, play off the vert, and really force Rhythm into clearing up above, then I have no doubt they could probably take round 5 here.
For a game that I expected to be so chaotic, it has actually been decently methodical. To the accuracy and success of that methodical approach, but certainly hasn't been the bloodbath that I expected. Rhythm playing this quite well in the attack, and I'm just trying to keep an eye on this. Goes with a really nice line. That's cutting off Nico, who's in a bit of trouble now. That's a great way of dealing with that long line. AFX, does he find the pick? No, because Jack that is there to save him. It does eventually net Rhythm a kill, and another one on top of it. Goodness me, that looks quite clean until Nate trades back. God damn it, how do you keep track of this?
Yeah, AFX throwing away his life a little bit there, but good trades back in response basically nullify the effect of that. Leaves us in the 3 versus 3, and Order still playing up above, but Leb on the horizontal down below will shut down Nate. Still 2 players outside of the building, but only 4 make it alive in this round. Bailey to try and hold on in a 1 versus 3. 80 seconds on the board. Plenty of drones to work with as well. Rhythm should be winning this round.
Surely we get just a point of view of him for the rest of this round.
I'm waiting for it.
Point of view with the 1v3 clutch. What could be more cursed?
Imagine he pulled it off.
You can just see it. You can see it already. But what's really scary right now is Rhythm have really slowed right down, and Bailey is trying to stay as quiet as a mouse. Look at the drones work. Sorry, the drone work from Rhythm, ensuring that Ghoul can get into a position to capitalize on this. Oh, no.
Get that replay queued.
Oh, no.
Could be on.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's in position. Oh, no. Bailey. Don't you do it to him. Don't do it, Drex. He's right on the other side of the drywall. Bailey tries to pre-fire it. No way! That is disgusting! Bailey 1v3. What?
The Madland's gone and done it. Ask and you shall receive. Oh, you can just see the excitement on him right now. Oh, what a clutch. The 1v3. What a performance there. So clean, cool, calm, and collected from Bailey, as we often see.
Hydrate. Stay
Cam.
hydrated. Oh, yes, you did it. Yes, you did it, production. Let's see it. Let's see what happens once he gets this final kill. That was disgusting, by the way. Look at the heat pack. Look at the heat pack on it. Yeah, let's go, boys. Oh, I love it. There is
That
nothing.
is so
It is more cursed than I could ever imagine.
That is great.
Well,
Look.
that is a round that should never happen.
No. I don't know what Rhythm were doing. Like, that was weird. They had plenty of drones. They all just decided to filter up West Main stairs. Again, giving him the advantage on the peak. Yeah. I don't know. All I'll say is Bailey played that really composed. So
Yeah.
we'll give him that much. You could even see in the replay, the man was not shaking at all. Cool, calm, and collected. That was not camera stabilization. The man is just that cold.
Ah, man. What an entertaining 1v3 as well. Honestly, I was like, oh my god, Rhythm are playing this really well. They're droning ahead, they're being patient, they're teaming up, they're finding the cross. Nope. Nope. Bailey just does what Bailey does best. Those wide shoulders ain't stopping for no one.
That has really turned the tide of this matchup. Order claiming an alternate objective gives them the lead. Rhythm now needing to combat Tilt. No doubt that last round would have been really mentally tough to try and move on from, and they need to do so swiftly. If they manage to flip this around to a 4-2 lead, Order that is, on a Chalet defense, that is going to be very, very tricky for Rhythm to bounce back. So round 6 here, the last of the half, going to be a big, big one for them.
Now I had a just while we're watching this, we did have a Xenox fun fact. I'm gonna have to scroll back through and see if I can find it, but never mind. We'll hold that breath for a second here. Ah, oh, god damn it! I got baited so hard. I thought there was some wild. Oh,
Drex on the office bulk. Gone 6 to burn the gate. Nate to follow. This could be a huge frag if he manages to cook this onto Nico. So close, yet so far.
no bueno. Not for now, anyway. And at 20. Last round and a half. A really crucial round. You've already prefaced it, guys. 4-2 half Order would be quite detrimental to this Rhythm roster. For momentum, for the ability to have those rounds to play with on your defense. Just so many reasons why they need to solidify this. Nate with a really nice line. Just pre-firing the angle. Pretty sure that was a Gemini, but never know.
Bailey just able to be a nuisance here. Someone from Rhythm needs to clear him out. AFX still has 2 grenades to work with. Needs to try and assist Dragos, who stuns out the clash. No kill to follow. Rhythm making this very, very difficult for themselves. Order on the flip side, making it tricky for their opponents. 30 seconds left on the board here. Dragos needs to find something big here.
Still waiting to see what Rhythm's move is. Looks like Leb now starting to put a little bit of pressure on the double window. What to do though? Ghoul drops, so does Drex. Now they're on site. They can stick this plant. The trades come in. Well, it's not even a trade. It's just the opening pick. Dragos, what can he find? It's going to be the clash, just holding down. Diffuser is on the ground, and Jack Daddy, what can he get done? A 1v2, big round for the half.
TCSG in hand. 30 seconds left on the fuse. Ghoul one shot, Leb full health. This could be tricky. Jack Daddy does have a Nitro cell, but with one player outside on the window, this is a tall task. It's a clean shot onto Ghoul, but if Leb plays this smart, there is no way he could lose this round. Grenade perfectly timed. Jack Daddy needs to go for the vault, misses the shot, and Leb wins that round to close out the half.
Well, Xenox is here with us in spirit because it is a Xenox fun fact of the night. If Rhythm are to beat Order in this encounter, Order are 100% out of playoffs. That has come from the man himself, from the horse's mouth. And I am calling you a horse, Xenox, and not an Italian stallion either. And look, I just don't know what to make of this game. I really can't figure out what's going on.
It's been super weird. I thought that maybe heading into this one was going to be a little bit messy, and I don't know if that's necessarily what we're seeing at the moment, but it's been this weird tug of war of sorts where it feels like whenever one team slips, the other kind of yanks the rope a little bit harder, but then sooner rather than later, that team will get back on their feet and yeet it back. So any team trying to gain momentum is really finding it tricky. Difficult to get a read, makes the match nice and close and entertaining for us, but no doubt a bit of a head scratcher probably inside the server.
And outside.
That too.
Yeah, but Order now on their first attack. Want to be able to make a nice shout. That claim for this game. They cannot allow Rhythm to get comfortable on this defense. I know that yourself and Dev included tend to feel like Chalet is a little bit more attacker favored. Me, for example, I don't have a clue. So that's just the deep analysis that you're getting with Manic Monday on a Freaky Friday. But it is going to be very detrimental for Order should they start to lose the first 2 opening rounds, especially, you know, it's always important to get off on a very good start on your attack. It's going to be a little bit difficult if you're unable to take that claim.
Bar defense first up here from Rhythm, extension up above, Sawyer Gates alongside Jaeger ADS devices to fortify some of these positions and force Order into some util stink. Office wall, interestingly enough, the one facing Leb front on, fully soft with footholds, so maybe looking to aggress off that, not really allow Order to get that line of sight open for free. We do see a couple of different variations of that, but Rhythm no doubt going for the most aggressive, those reinforcements being used elsewhere. Order really taking their time. Minute 10 left, no util dumped yet.
Here comes a Lion charge, and, well, at the very least, the E1D will kind of force players out of position. Like that from Nico, he has been able to take library control. I don't know whether he knows it yet. He's being very cautious, and, I mean, how would you ever know that that player's dropped? 50 seconds left, and Rhythm, I'd say Rhythm would have to be comfortable here. They have completely turtled on site. They're just waiting for Order to make their move, but there has to be traps set up.
Yeah, best way I would describe this at the moment is just a lazy defense, but in the best way. They haven't really been forced to play their hand. They just need to hold on for a little bit longer. 30 seconds left. Leb is in a very off-meta position behind the box, but shut down. Now a little bit of pressure starts to rise for the rest of the team, but they are in great positions. Order will find it tricky to flush them out.
Nico on the double window. He's got the kit in hand, so that's what we're waiting for. This is a beautiful line from Dragos. If he can stop that player from coming on in, that's exactly what he's been able to do. No, he hasn't, in fact. Nico is actually in and plenty behind the half wall. Bailey goes massive once again. And Order, in the last 10-20 seconds, just absolutely shove Rhythm out of sight.
Yeah, not really a fan of what we saw there from Rhythm. They did a really good job in wasting so much time, but the one critical thing you need to be able to achieve on that site is prevent the vault in from double window. Now, they went for this strange, I don't know if it is that strange, but the backstore reinforcement, they went for the right side as opposed to the left. I mean, you can still play off that and deny the window. Obviously opens up the angle a little bit, but they weren't really playing off that. Then we saw the alibi, it was AFX, I think, in that round. Like, looking through the drywall, but didn't have an angle, at least from the spectator client. It didn't look like he had an angle in towards the window, and then he was just allowed to jump in freely. And once you jump in, get towards that half wall, if you don't have a nitro prepped or some other way to deny that plant, basically impossible to win the round because the post plant's so tough. It didn't even get to that point as Order did find the rest of those picks. Everyone trying to scramble and denying that plant. So very, very stranger there from Rhythm. They did such a great job. They didn't even have to do anything, honestly, to get themselves in that great spot. Order was super slow. Unfortunately, their defense just didn't play into it well enough.
Hang on, has Leb only died 3 times? What?
Bit of a gamer.
He's an absolute gamer. Not bad from the old man. I don't actually know how old he is, but yeah, with
You
a
just
beard
call
like that.
Leb an old man. I thought he was 18, maybe 19.
He probably is. The same. The old
that old?
fella, you know.
If
Well,
18
if
is
that's
old, does
old,
that
I'm in
mean, what
trouble.
does that mean for you?
That means I'm in trouble. What does that mean for Raven and Xenox, mate? They've got one foot in the bloody grave.
That's what I was going to say.
Good minds think alike, mate. Good minds think alike. Oh, Leb.
Talk about 1 foot in the grave. Leb not far off as he crosses back in towards dining. Not sure exactly who lit him up, but either way, something he'll need to be closely monitoring for the rest of this round, as those gas babes will be critical in denying the plant and wasting some time here. Order going for a horizontal take. Don't know if we'll see much vert here. I again strongly believe it's pretty important, but happy to be proven wrong. If Order gets something done without that control up above, I'd be more than happy to see it work.
Don't knock it till you try it, something like that. Now, just being very cautious here, Nico, trying to displace this. Is it the mute jammer that they're going for here?
I think so, yeah.
Because I feel like you could definitely just make a
Oh,
hole.
Leb's watching this too. That could be pretty dangerous.
Oh,
That's a nasty
wow.
angle.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's going to get a kill.
Oh, surely. Oh, no.
We have seen some awful timing tonight. Nico really low though, so still needs to be careful. Ghoul gets aggressive over towards that office balcony, swings wide at the door, but doesn't find that kill. Order looking to maybe apply the blowtorch a little bit up above, and talk about blowtorch, they haven't been able to work that dining wall as well as they probably would have liked. Nate countering the mute rework by deploying those ex-Kairos. Won't work though, so nice try. I think they have been cleared though, as you can see the electric effect fade away. And that means that up above will be tricky to hold.
Yeah, tricky, but not impossible by any means or stretch of the imagination. How much attention are Order going to keep there? That's the big question right now. Are they going to stay up there and try and contest it? It looks like Bailey's going to be the only one that remains, as AFX is going to be around Piano. So, with 35 seconds left, have Order done enough?
Drex has a decent angle. They're playing the long one in towards Trophy. Can Order get in towards site and get that plant down? 10 players up, no doubt going to be chaotic.
I feel like this is just 2020 all over again. The 30-second meta is kicking back in for Order here. Nate just getting lit up a little bit by Dragos there, who holds the line. Nico goes down. AFX still up top. Nate now starting to stick that defuser. What can he get done? Can't deny it, but still he holds firm. Bailey does it again. There is no slowing this man down, and Order seem to be storming away with this map.
That is very cheeky in a lot of ways. Order with the prone entry in towards site, that's cheeky as it makes some of those angles deep harder to hold. But I also really love the patience there from Bailey. If you don't want to necessarily directly contest and hold up above, instead, just sit and wait for the defense to inevitably look down that vert and pick them off in the fashion he did. That is a super cheeky way to play that. I really like that from Bailey. Such a simple one at that, but really effective. And maybe it's a result of all that hydration. Oh, he's even turned the fan. Oh, that man's really getting sweaty for this one.
Oh, you can feel... Oh, Nate! Nate with the tail! Nate with the ponytail! Go on, show us again, Nate. Ah. Kind of hoping maybe that would have been a chance. No. Really? They can't hear us. That's a shock. I'm absolutely shocked at that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, God, you really suck. You just... Not on, mate. Tack timeout, of course, for Rhythm, and it will give them a chance to recompose here. It's quite important, as you know, the better part of their seasonal campaign over 2021 could still be on the line, you know, depending on how things go. If Rhythm aren't able to, at the very least, grab a point out of this game, regardless of how poor Wildcard have played throughout this stage, they still leave it, the door, this is slightly ajar. You got to remember, Rhythm have Chiefs and then Knights as their last two games. Arguably, they have the three hardest teams to finish on their stage. Of course, I say that with Order more so because we would have expected them to have been one of the harder teams. Whereas Wildcard go up against Bliss and then they come up against Roffle. Not to say that Bliss by any means are going to give them 3 points, but it just makes the end of this stage so important. I can see this coming down to the last Playday where Wildcard play Roffle and Rhythm play Knights to fight for that, fight to not be in relegations, which is just...
Fight to survive.
Yeah, it's literally their survival. It's going to be a hellish final Playday, I will say. What happens if they tie? Can they? I don't think they can tie, can they?
No, I don't think so.
But over the season, I don't understand. Yeah, anyway, I'll figure this out over the next couple of days and figure out whether it's even possible and what happens if they both end up on the same amount of points. Because
Thanks for doing that, Rob.
No,
That's
no worries.
Really nice
No, I'm good bloke.
I didn't
Manic.
even have to ask. Thanks.
Top bloke Manic. Don't worry about it. It's just the things I do. Nah, I reckon most would. What's wrong with that?
Everything. Yeah, it does put emphasis on this matchup though. Rhythm can almost completely negate that situation of the final Playday mattering if they even muster 1 point here. I think that would be enough to really, really secure that position. Maybe not quite lock it in, but be very, very close to being the case. And like you said, last 2 Playdays tough. This is probably their best chance to get those points. So they just need to win a few more rounds here and at least push overtime, but order most definitely looming. Now, AFX with a pretty cheeky extension. That shot with the Bailiff has given away the position for Jack Daddy looking to pinch. Order are either going to give something for free or get a free kill here, one or the other.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, hello, Leb. Oh, hello, Dragos. My goodness, that is what we want to see from Rhythm. Prompt trades. But this is ridiculous. This is just a game of trades. Very quick.
And what a shift as well. So many of these rounds have just been util dump and last second executes. This one has been very much different. Shield inside of Piano. Drex to find that kill. Nate to clutch up.
Just don't feel as though it's possible. Yeah, I swear, if we see another clutch in a 1v3 position, Rhythm, they may well be in a dire situation. This, of course, being for map point, Nate. Got a full minute to work with, and that's the thing right now. He can take this as slow as he wants. He can try to approach this in the best possible way. Oh. Oh, God. Menacing, Guz.
Menacing's one way to put it. Awkward, probably another, but Nate does have time to work with. Ghoul low. Not impossible, but yeah, very tough.
I can't believe he stayed alive that long. I cannot believe he was alive for as long as he was. There was next to no hope there. All 3 players within a very close radius, and really at the end of the day, that is a very big round for Rhythm to be able to take. Again, you have to remember how important 3 points is going to be. You can't really, at this point, where you've still got wildcard in the realm of which they could knock you off of your perch, you have to be so damn careful. Now, without doing the very quick math, even if they draw, Rhythm will win stage 3. And, well, not win stage 3, obviously. Rhythm will be above wildcard in stage 3 due to the head-to-head. And that will, in fact, put Rhythm above. And that is a very scary position to be in. So, whatever they can get done here, they need to. They need to claim absolutely everything that is left up for grabs, which I think Order are giving them an opportunity here.
Yeah, 100%. The door has been left ajar, and Rhythm could well seize the day here. It has been a very back and forth matchup so far, and they're only trailing by a single round. No doubt they could even it out here with bar defense. Pretty typical extension up above once again. Now, last time Order was super slow on the clear. They ended up rotating over towards the game's double window, went for the vault in, and it was basically uncontested free plant. So, provided Rhythm can burn some more time here, they might have to be a little bit more proactive. Last time they kind of just sitting back and waited the entire round. I think this time they'll probably have to be a bit more aggressive, as Order will surely speed up their clear a little bit. And again, really be focused in the last couple of stages of the round. Do not allow Order to get anything for free.
There's been so much of... There's been more downtime in this game than I think I've experienced for a very long time. There's been so many rounds come down right to the wire. So many rounds have just had to have been a methodical approach, bit by bit, inch by inch. It feels like that is not about to slow down by any means. Jack Daddy doing his job. Flank watch now initiated for Order as they start to clear from that top side, making sure that Rhythm aren't able to hold on for too much longer in Library. It is incredibly important. We saw it again, and you've already touched on it. The ability to flush that out early, force Rhythm back into the position that we found them last time they attempted this. It's dire.
Now, Nico again might go for this tricky micro play where he shoots the barricade and then angles the grenade so it bounces into this position. It is a tricky part of Library to clear. Oh, Drex walks straight in the line of sight there. Nico doesn't quite capitalize upon that opportunity.
Oh, a minute left. Rhythm is still holding up above. There we go. That's the bounce that we were looking for. But as you said, ADS has taken care of that. Another one in front. So Drago should be able to stay here for at least a couple of moments longer as he starts to peek aggressively through to Mez and all the way in the study. Oh.
Bit of a standoff at the moment, but Dragos does, in fact, get that first kill. Nico doesn't trade, unable to find this angle, and he doubles down. Order are being torn apart by a single player in Library.
More warning shots. They cannot deal with this. 3 versus 5, even if they can flush him out now, which they eventually do. It's just so quickly traded. Lovely work from Rhythm as they try to hold on and ensure that Order do not snatch away any points from them. Specker, he's going to find his way in. How has he been able to do this? Specker has given them a chance now. Order with only 9 seconds left as Drex, he holds on massively. Bailey, he's already clutched up once before. Can he do it again? How has he done that? That's a collab through the wall. No way. Match point Order.
No. That player 100% could not have been down when that spray started. That was just a clean collapse wallbang. You can see the shock on the face of Order. They know they have gotten away with that. Another clutch from Bailey. Wow, what a round. Dragos in Library did such a great job, and then what an intense finish. Specker on the entry off the back of that finger boost. A fantastic 2K, and then Drex bringing it back. It was just such a seesaw moment.
Oh.
But Bailey manages to pull that off. Wow. That is crazy.
Utterly insane. I mean, they walk away with all 3 points here, Order. It puts Rhythm in a really scary position. I do stress this, a really scary position, because that is Wildcard's opportunity to come in these last 2 playdays and knock them down a peg. This could be absolutely insane for the season. I'm sure the Wildcard boys are sitting back watching this, sweating a little bit, and probably for the first time ever cheering for Order. Not that, I don't know if there's any banter in there, you know, I wouldn't have a bloody clue, but for sure, this is a position right now where, I mean, you would just have to be putting Bailey on the shoulders of Order and just cheering, praying to God, and thanking God that you've sent a man with such shoulders.
Not over yet, though. Rhythm only 2 rounds away from sending this to OT, and I would not be surprised if we end up going the way that this match has progressed so far. So back and forth. We're seeing, again, those sort of seesaw moments mid-round, but just across the timeline of the match as a whole. Still too difficult to call, in my opinion. I don't know. All it takes is a couple of players from Rhythm here to step up and have their impact felt. Oh, Bailey, not only finding big picks, but that intel in sight as well is huge. AFX, though, gets the first in this round.
This could be big from Nico if he finds the timing on that nade. Just holds on to it for not enough time. Oh my God, and it's Bailey again. Bailey. There we go. Specker goes down. Dragos holding his own in this matchup and starting to step up massively. Rhythm, 4v3 they find themselves in, but how many times in the deficit have Order found their way back into this game? Only 2 live drones on the board, 2 that are still kind of technically dead, but Nico, a little bit unfortunate there. Dragos tries to double down. In fact, he already has, tries to triple down. It's Nate and Bailey left.
Yeah, key pick there. Key trade. Still winnable here for Order. Nate keeping his team in it, but no doubt going to be tough. Bailey just pauses, probably adjusting his webcam real quick, may have fallen off. And yeah, just need to compose themselves here. Still half the round to work with. 90 seconds on the board. No nades available for Bailey, but Nate has a couple of flashbangs in his pocket. Rhythm need to compose themselves. They have lost rounds from worst positions so far on this map.
As Bailey does so, we take a hot second just to recompose and figure out where this game is truly at. Quite massive again in terms of the season. It's Nate trying to open things up. It goes right into the open arms of Bailey. He's knocked him down. Does he know where he is right now? Nate needs to be careful he doesn't overextend. Are there any players watching that staircase?
I'm not even sure Bailey saw the down, so they may not even know this player is finished. Oh, there we go. Nate to do the dirty work. Bailey now spraying down. What can he find? Timer ticking down. 35 left on the board. Very awkward position, but Bailey wins that fight. A 3K in this round. Nate for the plant.
This is it. Drex tries to claim back something, but Bailey has been denying over and over. He's been put down. But it's Nate to step up or to secure all 3 points. But more importantly, they deny Rhythm of 3 points. Wildcard's hopes in stage 3 and in their season still remains. God damn it, Nate. I'm trying to be serious here, mate.
Oh, what did Nate do? I think you should be calling out Bailey, mate.
Wow. Bailey, sorry,
yeah,
Bailey.
No, I'll just throw you under the bus.
Please.
What a match. That was super intense, so back and forth. Pretty messy, a lot going on. Pretty wild scenes. What a storyline, though. Wildcard's dream still alive, hanging by a thread as Rhythm unable to get any points.
Oh, massive from Order to bounce back. Ducky the only one to predict them, and I think for fair reason we were all feeling Rhythm, but Vast, I mean, what a chaotic game, just back and forth. Rhythm weren't letting go, but god damn, Bailey just stands up for Order.
Yeah, I mean, Rhythm put up a really good fight. It's kind of, I don't know, devastating for them. I feel like the rounds they lost, it was really easily, there's the word, fixable. It just seemed like really small mistakes just costed them massively. Just perhaps giving Order a bit too much freedom and map control, and when there was a lot of situations they didn't have to, you know, they fell back way too early, and Order were able to capitalize on that. And you know, Bailey had a really good game. Those clutches were insane. But I think, yeah, those clutches as well, especially that 1v3 when Bailey was on Maestro, like that was very easy, very winnable for Rhythm. All it took was really using those drones, find out where Bailey is, and you know, working together from there. And I think perhaps they didn't really want to waste the time droning him, and you know, it resulted in him, you know, punishing them for that.
Yeah, and you know, we've spoken about it before, Guz, and it really does start to leave this, well, this whole stage up in the air, because, you know, Order now go to 4 points, equal with Roffle, Copter. Rhythm are kind of, it feels like the gatekeepers for that final place in playoffs, but more importantly, it really has left an opportunity for Wildcard to take 6 points, or at least 4 points, and push on to 2022 unscathed through the Rallos.
Yeah, it really has, and it goes to show how a single match can have this sort of ripple effect throughout the whole standings and all the teams, and not only just stage 3 but the whole season, encapsulating all 3 stages as a whole. It's pretty ridiculous to think about how tight it's going to get in the back end. For Rhythm, they're not safe by any stretch. Order, however, on the flip side, have prevented themselves from being locked out as well from the playoffs. As you mentioned, there was a real possibility that they couldn't make playoffs if they didn't win today, so they're keeping that dream alive as well.
And I mean, you look at the stats again. I'm always curious about like where the stats lead us, and it just goes to show, Vast, that this game, it's even closer than 7-4. You know, you look at the kills, you look at the opening entry kills as well. It really had everything that we could have wanted for this matchup, and it is a bit of a heartbreak for Rhythm.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there was a lot of you know, rounds where I felt Rhythm were playing outplaying them and had control of the game, but those small mistakes, they let it slip away. But it was really back and forth. It was impressive from Order to kind of keep their composure and just kind of stick to their game plan.
Certainly did. I mean, I'm over the moon for Order here, guys. Couldn't be happier. The entire team has put in a huge performance, and I've no doubt we'll see a very big smiling face when it does come to the interview. But I mean, what does this mean for their stage 3? Does this mean they claim back a little bit of what they'd lost?
For Order?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still a lot that needs to be salvaged. Work needs to be put in to still make the top 5 for the playoffs. So their job's far from over. They do have a somewhat challenging run home. They still have Knights next Playday, so that's going to be tough. And then Bliss, that's not even somewhat tough. It's really tough. So they'll have to really show what they're made of if they want to make that top 5. Whoa, that was a bit of a potential spoiler, maybe.
Spoiler alert! Yeah, no, that's. I think that's.
Everyone knew it anyway.
No one knew it. What are you talking about? There's no way someone like that. Oh, now it's just reminded Vast to stay hydrated. That's fair enough. But I think there would be no doubting in my mind where Bailey's at in terms of the MVP talk, because that was a pretty filthy game. Vast, you've already mentioned his clutches, but what's hard to quantify as well is just the performance that you can have throughout a match and the kind of effect that it has outside of your kills.
What exactly is your question there, Matic?
Okay, Guz. Come on, mate. You've just got to pick it up and move on with it. It wasn't really a question. I'm just feeling, because guess what? No, you know what? You don't even get a chance to answer that, because guess what? We've got Nate coming in for the interview.
Thank God, Nate. Thank God.
No Specker. We've got the wonderful Nate. Congratulations on the victory. That is a huge grin on your face, mate. Almost ear to ear. I mean, a big 3 points for you guys to take away. How's it feeling after, taking down Rhythm, who have had a really good stage 3 so far?
Yeah, that was, I think, definitely a much-needed win for us. Just not because of the points, but also a bit of morale. We haven't had the best start to OCN, you could say, but yeah, definitely, it was definitely very good for us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to kind of talk a bit about, the situation you guys are in. When you're in a slump like this and, you're in a bit of a dry spell for a win, what's the process? Is it, trust the process and kind of, wait until the win comes, or is it, kind of changing things up to, try to see what exactly is the problem and what will work?
Yeah, I think it's very much trust the process. Like, that game was a bit more of last stage Order, you could say. It was very, as you could tell, free-flowing, and we're kind of just going for stuff and allowing those kind of clutch plays from Bailey, but we're trying to obviously change our playstyle a little bit, add a little bit more backbone to our pushes, and it is a big change, but yeah, I think it's just a lot of just trusting the process and keep working on these small little problems we're having.
Yeah, in terms of change, you've got a couple of Playdays left, Nate, to try and refine things. Knights and Bliss, though, not going to be the easiest of opponents. How do you see that playing out?
The Knights games are they're very hard, but also very fun, so I think that should be a good one tomorrow. And the Bliss games is, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. It's whoever's hitting their shots on the day. Is Bailey going to drop 20? Is Jigsaw going to drop 20? Or, one of those types of games. But yeah, I think definitely 2 very tough play days, but very winnable.
Yeah. Very quickly before we let you have the floor, Nate, I want to get a bit of insight. Chalet being picked, was that something that you guys were kind of premeditating?
Yeah. We had Chalet definitely premeditated. It was very much we wanted to have another go on Chalet after that very terrible wildcard game we had, and it felt a lot better today. That was for sure.
Yeah, no, it looked a lot better from you boys. So a big win on the board. We'll give you the floor to say whatever you're so pleased to any viewers, fans, family at home. Who knows?
Yeah, as always, thank you to you guys, and thank you to Order. It's been very awesome this OCN stage. Had a lot of fun. So yeah, that's about it. Awesome, very fun.
Beautiful. All right, Nate. Well, thank you very much for coming and joining us, and congratulations on taking the 3 points. We may well see you tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
So, Order, are they back? Are they back in business? That's the big question.
Should have done a skin plug, Nate. 556 Order skin. Go buy it.
There you go.
I'll
Guz
do it.
has
I'll do it for you.
done it for you. Guz has done it
Don't
for
bother
you.
about sending me a code order. I've already bought it. So.
Oh, he's too good. Good bloke, Guz. God, there's got to be a meme in there somewhere about Guz. I'll tell you what, mate. But look, that does kind of... it doesn't beg the question for Order, are they back? Because that is Rhythm, who generally we were kind of considering a lesser opponent for a team like Order, but in their current state, it's an up nonetheless, Guz.
Yeah, I don't think Order have ever truly left. They're just in this weird kind of state at the moment. I think they're trying to find their feet and really start establishing themselves. It is going to take time for this to eventuate if they're ever going to, reach that peak form. I really hope that they actually do perform nicely in the last couple of Playdays and make the playoffs, and then we'll get to see their growth and if their map pulls really deep. I think they're still a decent dark horse heading into the rest of this stage, and with the pressure alleviated a little bit, maybe more so off the back of this matchup, knowing that they can, still make the playoffs. If they had a loss, they wouldn't have been able to. Hopefully they can flourish a little bit here and show what they're really made of. Knights and Bliss, again, tough opponents, but very winnable, as Nate said.
And looking forward, Vas, we've already asked the question, but how do you feel Order are going to be going? Knights and Bliss, like, oof.
Yeah, that's really tough. It's going to take a lot of work, but look, when you're in these slumps, it is a difficult position to be in when you don't really know exactly what's going wrong, and you don't really know, exactly how to fix it, or you don't even know what's really going on. So I think today, it's an important win because hopefully it will give them a bit of insight on maybe what's working a bit more. But look, it is going to take a lot of hard work to beat those two teams. But I don't know if we see, some of the things that we saw today, maybe like their change of play style, a bit more aggressive. I think the biggest issue for me with the team is, I was mentioning a while back, is how kind of slow and passive they are, and not really utilizing map control, not seeing initiative from their entries. But, we're kind of seeing a bit more of that today from, Bailey, Specker and whatnot. So there's a lot of positives, but yeah, Bliss and Knights is really tough. So it's really hard to say, but...
And positives for Rhythm here, Guz? Do we take much away from them, or is this just kind of, off on the side as we move forward for them?
It wasn't an awful day for Rhythm. There are definitely a couple of rounds in there that were throwaways, to be honest, and gimmies to Order, so I'm sure they'll be disappointed at that when they go back and review the match. I don't think they'll be overly disappointed. They've gotten over that major hump of beating Wildcard and having that head-to-head, so they have that safety net, and honestly that safety net's only grown tonight after Wildcard lost, so they're not going to be in the worst of positions. They can still sweat a little bit. They haven't confirmed their safety just yet, so they'll still be looking to maybe find a win. They've got Chiefs next, then Knights as well, so just like Order, they've got a really tough run home.
Yeah, both teams that are looking to claim a bit of a bit of an upper hand have kind of been dealt a, don't want to say shit hand by any means, but they've definitely been dealt a hand that is not favourable to them. However, Wildcard's trek home here, Vast, they have probably the best opportunity to claim at least 4 points. I know they've got Bliss next Playday, but they finish on Rafflecopter. Do we think this is possible for the wild card that we're seeing right now? Can they claim at least 4 points, which is either two overtime wins, or a straight win and a overtime loss?
I think they'll probably lose the Bliss game, to be honest. I hate to say it, but I just think they will. But the Rafflecopter game will be a really good opportunity. I mean, they could salvage 1 point from the Bliss game, depending on the map. But just this real inconsistent form, it really is hard to gauge if they can come out with 2 wins. But yeah, I think that, I don't know, they'll probably lose to Bliss.
To be fair, I don't think I can disagree with that one. Let's have a look at the results from tonight's matches and dissect what we saw earlier on, because we've already touched on that Rhythm and Order matchup. But Guz, I mean, we just kick-started with 2 of the fastest stomps I think I've seen.
Yeah, map 1 was a bit of a bang from Overt, taking down Wildcard on historically one of their better maps. So really great performance from the fresh squad here in stage 3. As for that second match, as you mentioned, another speed run effort. In fact, it quite literally was the fastest game of OCN, achieved with the 7-1 dub. Honestly, could have been even faster. So yeah, 2 great opening matches for the night.
Yeah, and what's actually crazy is I'm just going back to the stat there that Jess from ESL has dropped into our wonderful Discord. Wildcard and Overt, the game above them, was actually the fastest match this stage before the Ruffle and Chiefs match. So there you go. We had 2 of the fastest games that we've had in 5 play days played out in just 1. But Vast, Knights and Bliss, was there more, like, do you think that was Bliss's for the taking, or was that just Knights kind of showing their true form?
In the first half, I thought Bliss were just completely all over them, and I would have said, that's Bliss's for the taking. But as I kind of mentioned at the end of the game, both teams kind of failing to play together, play tighter on their defenses, and it just seemed like Knights were able to capitalize on that a bit more.
Certainly are, and we'll have a look at the next graphic because I can't remember what the producers just told me. So let's move forward. And there we go. It's the predictions. I didn't want to say it.
It's called the Guz graphic.
Oh, get stuffed, mate. We're still hot on your heel, just not as hot as what we usually are. But you know what? I'll give you the floor here, guys. Go ahead.
I mean, what needs to be said?
Well, that's it, isn't it? There's nothing to be said.
The difference maker today was really that Overt wildcard matchup. Again, heading into this playday, I just backed Overt based on their recent form of wildcard struggles. Did not expect it to be anywhere near as dominant as it was. Again, particularly on Clubhouse, I thought it would have been a lot closer, honestly, if not a wildcard win. So pretty unexpected there. The other results, also unexpected. Been a pretty poor night, 2 from 2. Knights catching us all off guard, and then only one predictor guessing order. Both of which, honestly, those last 2 games should have been more split than they really were.
Yeah, I feel it's a bit harsh to say that Knights caught us off guard because I mean they are one of the best teams in this region. It kind of sounds a bit absurd to say that, but of course it was coming up against Bliss. That is more than fair enough. So let's go ahead and congratulate the MVP, just Bailey.
Who is it?
Is there? Who is it? Come on, mate. Who are you? Were you thinking you're being a little bit cheeky? But what a performance from Bailey there, Vast. Honestly, 2 rounds that Order were gifted due to this man.
Yeah, I mean, you could say gifted, but I do feel like he actually played it really well. Rhythm did, make a lot of mistakes, but I mean, look here, like the way he positioned himself, it was really good. And I mean, I think the second clutch that he got was a bit lucky with that wallbang on Freezer. But Bailey, he had a really good game, and I think I was talking about it a while back that with Order, we're used to seeing, Bailey being this entry player that, looks for opportunities, uses initiative. We saw him do it in Stage 2, and I feel like he started off really quiet this season. We didn't really see that, but today, he exceeded those expectations and, played really well and was a huge value for his team.
Would you agree with that one, Mr. Guzcasts?
Yeah. Dude, I mean, even just looking at that replay package, not only was he pulling off some insane plays, but they were actually impactful. Getting openings, especially in that mid to late round, and actually making positions winnable that otherwise probably shouldn't have been. So, yeah, the man was just on a heater tonight, and very worthy of the MVP.
On a heater, you've said that twice tonight, and I still can't figure it out. Let's go ahead and have a look at the standings. He's on fire.
It's a common saying.
Yeah, I've never... Guz, I've been alive 26 years in October, and I have never heard someone say they're on the heater.
Easy,
but let's have a look and a real serious conversation here, Vast. Well, I think we just ignore the top 3, right? We'll just write Chiefs, Knights, and Bliss off there. They're secured. From what I know, they are secured for playoffs, so that's fine. We can cut that out. However, where we want to draw our attention to is where Wildcard and Rhythm really sit. All those teams in there are fighting for that playoffs position.
Yeah, it's going to be really messy. We're going to have to look at, who's versing who and whatnot. But I mean, from what you said before, Rhythm and Order, they've got a tough battle ahead. Yeah. So those teams that definitely want to be on their A game and trying to get maximum points out of their last 2 games. Haven't looked at who Overt are playing. I think they have Chiefs. which is going to be a tough battle for them. So, you know, it really is going to be scrappy. But I think, you know, we're going to see these teams really fight for it.
Does Overt have, they've got Chiefs and they've got Rafflecopter left in their season. Are they going to secure playoffs? There's still worlds in which they don't, but if they win one more game, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Very realistic, right? Tomorrow against Raffle, I think they're a very good chance to, at the very, very least, push that game to OT. Obviously, Chiefs going to be a tough opponent, but we could well see them drop off in the final Playday, especially if they have a pretty safe spot up in the standings. So you never know. Overt in a great position, and yeah, I just love the storylining for the last couple of Playdays, right? We have all these teams battling it out, not only for the top 5, but then that secondary battle for avoiding relegations. Rhythm and Wildcard especially in such a difficult position right now, and no doubt under the pump.
Vast, I'll give you the final thoughts. It's not quick final thoughts. You can.
So I can actually
give your essay.
Give my paragraph. Hold on, I got a page 1. Nah. Look, yeah, tonight was, you know, I think the siege that we saw tonight, it was just really fast paced. I feel like every game I was just struggling to keep up with. Just had to really focus on what was going on. And, you know, I'm just really excited for the next couple play days. I think that, you know, it's going to be really important, and it's going to highlight which teams are, you know, ready for playoffs.
Well, that's it. We're all getting ready for playoffs. The big dance for Stage 3 is only 2 Playdays away from deciding the top 5 teams. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here on Playday 5. We start again at 6 p.m. tomorrow for Playday 6. It's Xenox and it's unfortunately Dev. We'll see you then.
Oh, yeah?
Catches Sage in the wrong place, wrong time. What is this? What is going on, guys? It's chaos.
Open up into cash and fight pressure there.
He's not wavering one iota, but nor is Jigsaw. This is what we love to see. A little bit of a stalemate. No, not like that, George.
He couldn't script it.
What?
I knew you were going to do that, Maddie.
Why did you go to the
I'm done.
He's right on the other side of the drywall. Bailey tries to pre-fire it. Oh! No way! That is disgusting! Bailey 1v3. Now Order with only 9 seconds left as Drex, he holds on massively. Bailey, he's already clutched up once before. Can he do it again? How has he done that? That's a collapse through the wall.
Yeah, how proficient is Ruffle going to be on this roam clear? Again, the Chiefs are not going to give up map control easy. They're going to be quite relentless here. What's this from Ruffle? Are they shaping up for
yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Oh, they're going to be stopped in their tracks. Worthy with a double kill. He could have found more, but of course, Cake-In, sharp as ever. Due diligence not done. What on earth is going on? Rafflecopter trying to kick start. And in fact, they've just been stunted in their place. I mean, it's like trying to take off from...
I'm running out of time. I'm running out, I'm running on a feeling song. I'm running out of time.